today is the first episode of my new series, Thrifty Thursday, and we are doing a thrift store shop with me. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory before we get started on the video. I love thrift store shopping. Garage sales, yard sales, flea markets, discount stores, closeout stores, anything like that. I can find a bargain. Love. And this goes back to my childhood. I've talked about this, I believe, on a previous video, but I've always enjoyed going to yard sales, thrift stores, and things like that. One of my very earliest memories as a little girl is getting up and going to yard sales with my grandma. She'd give me $1 or whatever, and so I'd have my own little money, and I would just have a blast. So I always think I got my love of bargain from grandma. But anyhow, I like to go in there and look at various things. I try to avoid clothes now, as I don't really need them, though I still will pick up a thing, now and then if I'm looking for something in particular, like jeans for work or something would catch my eye. And so also I love to look at household items. I like to look at kitchen items. I love vintage items, especially I love bakeware, like Fire King. I like Pyrex if I can find it at a decent price. Just anything that will catch my fancy, I like to look at or pick up. And of course, I love primitives, linens. I love vintage linens. Quilts are a particular favorite of mine. I like Afghans. And one thing I'm going to start doing in February is I'm going to open an Etsy shop to sell some of my collectibles I've collected over the years that I don't necessarily want anymore, and then some things that I just, I will pick up now and then. I do watch thrifting videos too, so I will link those down below, my three favorite channels. My favorite is Nesting Haven. I love the Crazy Lamp Lady and Hannica Rose. Those are the three that I watch the most, but I watch some others, but I'll link those down below. But yeah, I think that's about it about that. We will get started. Stay tuned. At the very end of this video, you will see what I bought, what I paid for it, and how I'm going to use it in my house, or what I'm going to do with it if I'm not going to keep it. All right, I think that's about it for now. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk with you soon. All right, we are at the Hernando, Mississippi Goodwill, and this was recorded on Sunday, and on Sundays, one ticket or one color tag is 50% off, and so today was orange. The first thing I do when I get there is always check out the display cases to see what they have. They tend to group things by theme or by color. And I thought this was kind of funny. They had a whole basket full of these pacifiers, which are Illini, and I'm from Illinois, so go Illini. Anyhow, I really did like this. I like primitives, but I didn't like the price on it, so I did put it back. And I do collect chickens, so that was kind of a neat little thing. And then I'm going to go straight back to housewares. And I always check out the dishes and see what they have. They tend to have things color coordinated on the end caps. And I picked up this box. It was pretty interesting to me. It was vintage. It didn't have a maker's mark on it. And just checking out the collector plates, seeing what they have, if there's anything that I want. And I found this awesome vintage Mickey Mouse phone. I almost picked it up, but I changed my mind. And here's some Blue Goose jars and another end cap. It really was a little bit on the slim picking side this week. I don't know why. I figured it'd be pretty good. Normally they have quite a bit, but it's hit or miss on occasion. and I'm checking out another end cap. And I love these foxes. These were so cute. They were only 99 cents each. But I put them back because I decided I didn't really have anywhere to put them. But I think if they still have them, I'll go ahead and get them and put them in my son's bathroom. As it's done in a camouflage theme, I think I could work it into there. Now this Goodwill always has a ton of glassware. I'm always looking for interesting cocktail glasses or any sort of vintage glassware. But today I didn't really find a whole lot. And then of course I always check out the coffee cups. And I found this vintage milk glass Irish coffee cup. And I liked that little hedgehog, but its little nose was chipped, so I didn't get it. And of course I have to check out the dishes, the bakeware, etc. I'm always kind of checking to see if I can find some vintage pieces. I thought that was a nice piece, but you can see it wasn't very nice. And then I just checked this one out too because I kind of liked it. It had a quilt look, and I love quilts, and it kind of have a primitive look, but I wasn't really feeling it, and it didn't really have a maker's mark that I recognized. And I am finding a lot of the blue bow goose. Couldn't think of my word. And here is vintage Corel Spring Blossom. I collect the blue pattern, not the green. And I always just like to check out the dishes. You never know what you might find. And this one down here, I keep looking at, and I keep picking it up. And I never buy it because every time I look at it, I realize it's not vintage. But I do like the pattern. I think it's pretty. It's got a cardinal on it, I believe. And I love these vintage milk glass plates. I believe they should have a cup with them, like a teacup. But they don't have them, so I've left them behind. I've looked at them multiple times, though. I may eventually just pick them up. And another end cap. And I like to look at figurines. I like, sometimes I can find some pretty good vintage ones, but that wasn't anything of any value. And I always like to check out this aisle. This is the aisle that usually has the little figurines, bells, different things like that. Check this out. It's just an Avon bookend. It didn't have a mate to it though, unfortunately. And once again, I found some blue-bowed goose or geese. These are napkin rings. And this Goodwill always has a really good selections of pictures. They have picture frames and then just regular pictures. Lots of neat ones. Definitely a frugal way to decorate your house is to use Goodwill finds or any sort of thrift store finds. I love these kind of signs. I think they're funny. And another thing I like is everything is really easy to move. Nothing's up too high. You do have to move things around, but I don't mind. It's a thrill of the hunt for me. Alright, and now I've got to go check out the baskets. There is a poop emoji stuffed thing. It's rather interesting. And I always look at baskets. You never know what you might find. I do love baskets. And I've found longer burger baskets before, believe it or not. And of course, there are vases. You know, just miscellaneous glassware. And this is usually my very favorite aisle to check out. This is the aisle that has decorative items. Look, it's a coconut. I thought that was pretty funny. It had a little, the top was a lid. I don't know what you use it for, but I thought it was kind of neat. But I always like to look here because you never know what you might find. All right, I'm going to head over to the linens, but first I have to walk through the furniture. I absolutely love this desk, and they only wanted $15 for it, but it was sold. Somebody got lucky and found it. As I made my way around the corner, I laughed so hard. Look at this ceramic cat. It's great. I wish I would have bought it. It was cracking me up with its wig on it. That's pretty funny. It reminded me of one of the Beatles. And now we're going to go over to the linens. I'm just going to check to see if I find any quilts, any Afghans, any vintage linens, and I'm particularly looking for some black placemats. But unfortunately, I didn't find any of them. All right, let me know in the comments down below if you saw anything that you really liked or you would have picked up. All right, now for the haul. The first thing I found for $2.50 was this primitive painting. I have a matching one that I'm going to pair it with. For $1.99, I got this vintage trinket box. For 99 cents, I got this vintage coffee mug. For 50 cents a piece, I got cocktail glasses for an upcoming video. For $2, I got this wooden sign that I absolutely love. And for $2, I got this canvas sign as well. And so I was really excited to find these. So the vintage trinket box I put on one of the dressers in my bedroom. And I'm going to be using it to put earrings in, I believe. And it matches perfectly with the color scheme and the style of my bedroom. So it was a great find. All right, the Irish coffee mug is in my dining area on a bookshelf. And the signs are in my front room with the other signs that I've collected over the years. And I put the primitive picture in my family room on the fireplace. All right, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, not every day is good, but there's always something good in every day, and I will see you next time.